जिंदा खुदा से दिल जो लगाते तो खूब था जिंदा.
Thank you, Laras. Jack, if I understand correctly, how does cultural differences hinder human rights?
If they do.
If they do. I don't know how to explain the cultural differences. But still, we cannot use our differences the way we are raised, whether in a society which is very religious, which is agnostic, or atheist, Buddhist, or Hindus, or Muslims, that we can infringe upon the universal rights of the individuals living in that society. There are certain common individual universal rights. Freedom of speech, freedom to practice religion, but not at the expense of hurting others. So that's a common difference. We should encourage and promote universal human rights, but not by hurting others because I want to have that right. I have no right to denigrate or insult or demean who has a different sexual orientation than the normal or the regular male and female copulation. If you want to express that, you've got to be very understanding the rights of those individuals. Thank you.
The various cultures, of course, just add to our society. And it doesn't create problems unless we want conformity. And we don't need conformity. We need unity without conformity. And if we're trying to get conformity, then we'll really have problems with all the cultures. But we must realize that the unity comes without conformity, and with all the cultures, that just adds to our world, to our society, and to our human rights. Thank you.
Islam visualizes a culture where freedom rights of everybody is respected. Freedom of belief, freedom to express your opinion, freedom of conscience, freedom of religion. And it's because of the lack of these freedom that many of members of our community had to flee from our country of origin and had to come and take refuge in other countries. And tomorrow we are going to have another symposium of this type in Halifax. In fact, immediately after this symposium, I'm driving back to Halifax. And that symposium is about our loyalty to Canada, the goodness that we see over here, the human rights that we enjoy over here, the freedom that we enjoy over here, so that our youngsters and our boys and our girls from all religions would know the value of this beautiful country, and we should try to enjoy the value of this country, which has given us all types of rights. Look at the number of churches over here. Look at the number of synagogues over here. Look at the number of mosques and temples over here. Freedom to profess your religion, to talk about your religion, to talk good about your religion. The conference we are having here, we could not have it in many countries. This is a country which has allowed each one of us to vent his feelings, to show what he is. This is what we should aspire, and this is one reason why the former head of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community once said, "Oh God, let the whole world become like Canada, or let Canada become the whole world."
Thank you very much. I'd like to remind you once again that in your envelopes
there are forms for feedback, and we encourage you to fill those out and leave them with the organizers. And there are refreshments outside when we finish. Also, some people have asked about keeping in touch with our speakers. And very good. So that, I think, just about concludes the formal part. We will have a vote of thanks and silent prayer. And we will call upon the Emir of the Canadian Ahmadiyya Muslim community.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have enjoyed participating in this interfaith event. I hope you have enjoyed too. It is my privilege on behalf of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Canada to thank all of our speakers. They have enhanced our knowledge of the beauties of their various faiths. I'm thankful to them, and I say thank you very much. I'm also thankful to Jack, who has done an excellent job at beautifully organizing this event. And I thank you all, participants, ladies and gentlemen, that you have taken out time to be with us to witness this beautiful event. And I look forward to your joining many of our similar events which are being held throughout Canada. We propose to hold about, I think, more than 100 events in Canada, and such events are also being held throughout the world. And with this, I propose that we end this meeting with a short silent prayer. I invite you to join me in whatever manner you pray. God is one, humanity is one, and one very important part of religion is to connect to God. And through this prayer, we will be connecting to God, the creator of the universe, who has provided for guidance of humanity throughout history in the form of various religions. God is one, humanity is one, so primarily all the messages which came from him to humanity have to be the same. And one purpose of this event is to create this awareness that by the followers of all religions should come together to bring about peace. Now, I propose to the organizer that they should bring the various gifts which they have prepared for the speakers. Yes, I would present this on behalf of the Muslim community for your presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
It wasn't a handshake.
Oh, thank you. Yes, sure.
I invite you to please join me in the silent prayer in whatever manner you would like to pray. I mean, thank you very much, and now I invite you to the refreshments.
And I would just like to point out and refer just one more
जिंदा खुदा से दिल जो लगाते तो खूब था।
जिंदा